Well, hi guys, Mark here, and welcome to a final thoughts review on the 2022 Honda CB300R. Okay guys, so I've had this bike from Honda for just under 2 weeks now. It's going back in a couple of days, so it'd be quite sad to see it go. I've got really quite fond of this lovely little bike. It's been great fun. It's got a punchy little engine, very economical. It's not a big bike physically. Think of it as like a beefed up 125 really. So it really is a jack of all trades. You know, you may want to get one of these if you're new to biking, you don't want anything too big, or on the other hand you may get this if if you're a seasoned biker and you just want a small little run around really. So really great little all-round bike. So I'm just going to run through all the parts of the bike and talk about how I found them all. So starting off with the engine. It's very smooth, even at the higher revs, 8,000 RPM, didn't have any problem with any sort of buzziness. So for a single cylinder, top marks to Honda. It's great fun to rev out through the gears, plenty of bottom end punch, very economical. So very impressive little engine. It sounds good as well with the standard exhaust. So yeah, 5 stars for the engine. Smooth, punchy and great fun, and likes to rev. Did have filled the tank up a few times. I've been getting around about 140 miles from its small 10-litre tank. The light comes on at about 140 miles. Then I pushed it for a little bit more, up to about 150 miles with the fuel light on, then filled up. You probably could push it even more, maybe 160, 170 miles, but that is, I would say, the maximum really. I was generally filling it up about 150 miles, and that was giving me about 80 miles per gallon UK, which is very good. So new updates for this model year. You've got the Showa separate function fork, big piston forks. They're non-adjustable, but the feedback, bump absorption, just general ride quality is exceptional, first class. There's no sort of like, you know, jolts up through the front there. In all types of services I've ridden it on, bumpy conditions. It's got a good sort of sporty feel to it. So really good front end on this, very good indeed. On the rear here, I found it a little bit soft as standard for me at 75 kilos, so I upped the preload a couple of clicks. But again, no sort of nasty jolts up through my spine or anything. A good rear shock on this, so it's good feedback. Again, sporty handling, very nice indeed. Seat is quite firm. It's quite a hard sort of density foam. Longest I rode the bike for was about 2 hours. Didn't have a numb, but didn't find it like massively comfortable. Just a neutral sort of comfort, shall we say, really. Not uncomfortable, but not super comfortable. The riding position is nice and upright, so that kind of makes up for it really. But on the whole, absolutely fine for a couple of hours, but you probably want a little rest anyway. Going back to the seat, it's 799mm. I'm not that tall. I'm 5'7", with a 30-inch inside leg, about 170 centimeters tall, and I was able to get my feet flat down to the ground very easily. So just have a look at me on the bike, and then you can compare that for yourself again. So working around the bike, the general fit and finish of everything is the usual. You know, you wouldn't expect anything less from Honda. Absolutely top-notch quality. All the nuts, bolts, all the welds, the quality of the plastics, everything is absolutely first class. There's a little tiny bit of storage under there as well for a lock or something like that. But just looking around the bike, absolutely, you know, first class build quality. Nothing to report there untoward. We've got a Nissin 4-piston caliper, front brake, single disc, pedal disc, good strong brakes, lots of feel, very progressive, obviously ABS as well, front and rear, and it's modulated by an IMU as well, so that's a nice little touch. So yeah, all in all, front brake very strong, back brake is about normal, it's about average power on the back there with a little bit of feel as well, so not too bad on the back brake, but a very good front brake I found. So with all Hondas you get the excellent reliability record and a very good 8,000 mile servicing intervals with 16,000 mile check for the valves, which again is going to keep costs down of ownership. So 8,000 miles on the servicing is absolutely brilliant. So just going back to the engine, it's very happy to cruise around about 70 miles an hour. The upright position was absolutely fine. Even when you've got the revs up sort of 7,000–8,000 RPM, it didn't feel unduly stressed. There wasn't any nasty vibes coming through the foot pegs or the handlebars or the seat. So again, very happy to cruise at sort of 60–70 on this. If you wanted to do a little bit of touring, even though it's a small bike, you could still do that, no problem at all on it. Good seating position, nice and upright, the bars are nice and wide, and generous sort of leg position, not too sporty, just a nice sort of angle there. So for me at 5'7", 170 centimeters tall, riding position was really comfortable. Nice little cutouts here for your knees, so a good nice comfortable riding position there. So another little update for this model year is we've got an assist and slipper clutch. And what that means is that the lightest clutch you could ever imagine, which means obviously less fatigue on journeys, and the gearbox, gear change, super light, super positive, not a single problem with that in the 2 weeks that I've had it. So excellent gearbox and clutch. Also got a gear indicator as well on the dash, if you can see that. We've got a little gear indicator there now as well. But yeah, just summing up guys, very impressed with the CB300R. Lots of fun. I mean obviously there's quite a few bikes in this sort of class, 300, 350 sort of size, 390s, but I think the Honda is worth a look. It's a premium bike, very well put together. If you're looking for something long term, this is not going to go wrong. It's just going to need one service a year and no problems whatsoever. But yeah, great punchy little engine, fun handling, nice and compliant handling, suspension's good. I did put a night riding section in my first video. I'll put a link at the end to the main review on this, but good LED lights, high and low beam, nice and bright, LED indicators, front and rear, and a decent rear light there as well. So yeah, it's very good lights at night time if you're going to do a lot of night riding. Well, that's about it guys. To sum up the CB300R, a great fun little bike. The nice thing is it is quite physically small, and it is about 140 kilos wet weight, so as you can see it's very easy to sort of lift off the side stand and push around. So if you're looking for something you don't want a physically big bike, you just want something small and compact, it really is a good little choice, this one. Alright guys, well give me a like, share and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to post your comments down below as always, and yeah, so 5 stars from me for the Honda CB300R, a cracking little bike. Alright guys, catch you again in a week or two for another review. Ride safe, all the best, and bye for now.